Okay, let's get Steam Greenlight set up, shall we? So how's everybody doing tonight? Again, this is the first day of the new schedule, so you know there'll be some growing pains, but so far it worked out pretty good. We're gonna hit 8 hours. We streamed all afternoon and all night, all evening. So I think this will work out very well. Well, that's our cue today. Oh man. All right. There's at least 3 DILFs in that one screenshot. Do it. Well, hang on. Hang on. Let me get the music and such. Okay. Oh man, here we are once again. Do the naked men. You guys like okay, we're fine. Fine, we'll do coming out on top first. No, there won't be any. It'll be fine. Well, I guess we're doing it. Are you sure about that? It'll be fine. It's just, it'll be fine. Let me just scroll through the screenshots. It's fine. I don't see nothing here is ban-worthy. Guys, nothing here is ban-worthy. We'll be fine. Okay, I mean, if fucking Mass Effect has... it'll be fine. Okay, so here we go. First thing we're reviewing, unfortunately, is coming out on top due to popular vote. Charlene, yeah, you should go to bed. You don't need to see this. All right, here we go. In a world where all men are gay, well, most. it's just a like a visual. It's just, you know, like a romantic visual novel. That wasn't bad at all compared to the ridiculous anime ones we've seen that are just like, oh no, that was everyone was just scared because it's gay. Okay, it's funny, it's witty, it's explicit, and it embraces all kinds of sexual relationships. Casual, long-term friends with benefits. Plus, the guys are really, really hot. And there's a goldfish named Slurpee. And there's an option in the menu to toggle beards. Essentially, it's the best game ever, Eurogamer. Coming out on top is the Choose Your Own Fate game, which places you in the role of college senior Mark Matthews. You're about to come out of the closet and you are ready to make up for lost time. With the help of your loyal roommates, play through 6 hilarious routes and 10 unforgettable dates. 18 hot guys are waiting for you to win them over. The game and demo is currently available in its unabashed original form. New content to accompany a Steam release will be bonus in-game illustrations. The Steam version will be censored in a way similar to Steam's other erotic games. Please vote yes if you'd like to see this game on Steam. So the Steam version will be censored, obviously. But if you would like to go to obscurasoft.com and play the hot guy game uncensored, you may. But anyway, the art, okay, so to treat it like any other Steam review, Ty, play the demo? No. To treat it like any other Steam review, the art is good, the characters... The art's actually really good, surprisingly. I don't know about the dialogue. What does he say? Check out the gunboats. Am I not equipped to be the greatest wingman of all time? The gunboats? Who says gunboats? You know, Violet, every increased possession loads us with the new weariness. Who's this guy? Anyway, just as bad as any anime ones I've seen? I don't think so. What are you talking about? I don't know. Again, if you're into visual novels, the art looks amazing. Well, I mean, it looks very good. There's 6 full long-term routes, 10 this, 80 full scene illustrations, hours and hours of hilarious, heartwarming, and sexy stories, hundreds of unique choices. Yeah, no, this is for sure yes. Like, there's no comparison between this and 90% of the anime visual novels we review. And we do downvote many of those, but when a good one comes along, we say yes, because it's good, and the people who like that genre will probably buy it. If you're into this, you will buy this. It looks great. For a gay visual novel. Looks amazing. Oh my god, please. Anyway, if someone has the link, click here for Slurpee. Thank you, Rio Grande. Yeah, don't, Zexus, please, man. What? How long have you been here, Zexus? That's a really stupid thing to say. Consider yourself warned. You're lucky that was a 1-second timeout. Anyway, no, there are lots of people who would play a game like this. Okay? Just because that's a real term, yes, but it breaks my rules, so fuck off with your real term. Don't defend it. You got timed out for 1 second. I'm not putting you on a cross. We're not banning you. Just accept. Anyway, let's move on. That's a real term. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of real terms that are also banned in my stream. Okay, let's go. Concurrency in under 20 seconds. Ooh. Okay. There's another one. Oh, the actual Greenlight trailer. Yeah, no, that's okay, Zexus. And just because it's a term that people sometimes use does not mean that people don't find it offensive. That I know lots of gay people, and I know lots of women that find that term horrid. So don't just use it assuming that because you've heard a gay guy say it once that it's not offensive. That's a crude term. Okay, I think I've seen just about enough of this. This looks okay. Okay, I hate the repeating music though. That's your trailer? The 30-second one was a little better? I don't know, man. I like the pixel art. I like the design. The interface is cool. The game just seems weak and repetitive and kind of There's a lot of cool art going on here. So let's read about it. The game has a lot of content below the surface. At face value, it is a randomly generated, repeating series of rooms, after each iteration in which you can purchase upgrades. But there is a secret to be discovered, which will lead you to a much larger game. But now let me get into the character. This game is a roguelike. If you pursue anything not randomly generated, there will be consequences. Your job is to explore these halls, kill randomly generated goop men, and purchase upgrades from the shopkeep. Anything that looks out of place should be ignored. This is a small, simple game, and there's no secrets to be discovered. Infinite gameplay, there's no over 2 hours of potential gameplay. One genre allowed per over 6 genres included. Randomly generated, dozens of handcrafted levels to unlock. No bosses, half a dozen unique. What? Fun fact, this game is made entirely by one person. That's me, Andy. I did all the design, programming, art, and animation, sound effects, and even the music. Yeah, everything was just me, working alone, so that's neat. I don't know, chat. What do you guys think? I don't think it was bad. It wasn't amazing. No one part of it blew my mind, but it was okay. I think it's a pass. The description's a bit weird. The description feels a bit like pretentious, but I mean, it is your own game. I'm gonna give it a yes. I'm gonna give it a 50 because like it's right on the fence. It's a 50-50 for me. Whenever I hear randomly generated blah blah, I'm like, but it looks okay. The trailer was forgettable garbage, but the gameplay itself looks good. Like that repeating kind of like Commodore 64 sounding like very simple music track looping while like you just see him like go through the same sort of levels over and over. So anyway, it looks like a pretty generic Metroid style platformer, roguelike, but I think it has potential and I'm gonna give it a yes. I do enjoy the interface a lot. I like this is a cool way to do an interface. Vertical with like the little slots like this. It's kind of neat. I like that. But yeah, I'll give it a yes. I think it deserves to exist, but I don't think it's anything super special. Whenever I hear randomly generated, I get nightmares of No Man's Sky. Man, randomly generated, I rarely do I... I'll say this, chat. It is a very rare occasion where something randomly generated impresses me more than something that a team of designers designed. Even if the designed content is more limited, even if there are fewer levels that are masterfully crafted, I generally think that is much better than a world that is completely randomized and not built with intelligent design, if that makes any sense. So yeah, that's usually the way... Oh hey, Exceller. That's usually the way I look at these kinds of games. I feel like there's a way to make procedurally generated work brilliantly, but nobody is ever going to get it. Yeah, I think you're right, Dark Wolf. There's probably a way. I have yet to be extremely impressed by something that is procedurally generated versus something that like a team created. Yeah, procedurally generation is only good when the levels aren't the focus. Yeah, like Diablo, for instance, is a good example. You're just grinding through floors after floor after floor, and the game is about the loot, and it's about the combat and the building the character and everything like that. So yeah, that's an example where procedurally generated matters. But when the game is about exploration, that's different. So yeah, I don't know. There could be intelligent design within each randomly thing. No, there for sure there is. But that's just like saying, let's say there's a cave, and inside that cave, a designer designed everything that's in that cave, the monsters and everything. But then the cave's placement is randomly generated, and you run the risk of running into that cave again. I just don't think it works. Like it kind of just needs to be there. But there's some games that shuffle the placement of stuff, but the stuff itself is always the same. So there's like hybrids. But really, I prefer to play an experience that a designer crafted, because I want to experience the game the way they sort of envisioned it to be experienced. Not in all cases, but I think that like when a designer has an experience or a game in mind, I wanna follow that path. Like I'm reading a book almost. I like freedom and I like doing stuff kind of outside of the box and stuff and messing around, but for the most part, I really enjoy trusting the author or the designer or the team to bring me to... I trust them to give me an experience that is like handcrafted. That's always been my favorite. I'm not saying I don't have fun with open-ended sandbox, giant open whatever experiences, but I usually get bored of them very quickly. A good example would be something like Grand Theft Auto 5 or any Grand Theft Auto game. Even though there are missions and stuff within the game, it's just... That's actually not randomly generated, but I guess the events and stuff are randomly generated. Never mind, that's not a good example. Minecraft's a good example. At first it's amazing, and then you're like, wow, I'm never gonna find anything that was intended to actually tell a story. So that's really what it comes down to. Anyway, that's my little rant. But anyway, let's look at Edgar versus Aliens. Oh no. Oh no. What? Why? Okay, so I can relate to this. So this to me, at a glance, looks like an example of an artist who... So an artist, someone who knows how to make pixel art and animation and knows color palettes and everything, trying to make a game on their own with no understanding of animation, or sorry, not animation, no understanding of mechanics and handling and gameplay. Also, no music understanding whatsoever. Fuck that music. No sound effects that I could see. The game played so I don't have to play this game to know that it handles like shit. And that's not a good sign. I would much rather play a game with weak art that has incredible gameplay than play a game with good art that has incredibly weak gameplay, because art is just the surface. Once you get over how nice the sprite looks, once you get over how nicely crafted the world is, it's a nice looking world. Geistra was right, it's an Earthbound-y kind of feel. I can tell this is very Earthbound inspired. Once you get over that, the gameplay looks like a bootleg SNES game. Like we're talking like the SNES game you'd find in a bargain bin in Chinatown. Just like Cool Spot. Have any of you guys ever heard of the game Cool Spot? It was like this old fucking it was like an ad. It was like a game that was promoting it was Cool Spot 7-Up. I can't remember. But there was this really awful game from the 90s that was just, and it was visually kind of cool, but it was, the gameplay is shit. It's like Bubsy. Bubsy's a good example. Bubsy is a game that was supposed to be better than Sonic the Hedgehog, and Bubsy looks okay, and it plays horribly. It was the 7-Up game, yeah. Bubsy plays horribly, but it looks okay. This is an example of that. So no. And look at this one fucking little paragraph. So, man, come on. One sunny day turns to worst day ever. Aliens attacked small town Paithda. But this town have one hero, Elder, and his laser gun. He will save his town from that creepy aliens, and you will help him beat them all. Old style pixel graphics, classic platformer concept, many aliens, one gun achievements. Again, I think the pixel art's actually pretty good. There's a good understanding of especially saturation, whereas the foreground is very saturated and bright, and the background is like, you know, a little more dull and like painterly. But the gameplay was horrible. So this is an absolute no. Like a no hesitation, fuck no. I'm gonna give this a 20. I'm gonna give it a 21 because I'm feeling like odd numbers right now. But I wouldn't touch this. I would not pay money for this. This is not worth money in its current state. The gameplay looks like some of the worst I've ever seen in a platformer. And it's such a shame because the artist who maybe made both, maybe the artist did everything. The artist is very talented, but he doesn't know how to make a game. And chat, this is one of the things with the game I'm making. I'm an artist primarily, and then I do, you know, and an animator. I'm learning animation. Anyway, so I'm an artist primarily, an animator, and I dabble in everything else, whether it's design, sound design, music, etc. I really don't want to end up with a product like this. This would break my heart if I ended up with a product that looks awesome and plays like shit. So this is what not to do if you have, you know, if you're trying to do it all yourself. This would be an example of a bad direction. So anyway, we're moving on. That's like I need every now and then when I'm working on my game and I'm checking it and stuff, I need to remind myself that this is like a failure on the road to making a cool game. Okay, let's move on to Spiny Adventures. What? Wait. You can't sneak that past me. Chat, watch this. Watch this. What the fuck physics is that? Just for whatever I saw there, that's a fuck no. What a red flag that was. Also, this clip art. Oh man. Spiny Adventures. Holy fuck. A lovely hard puzzle platformer with runner elements. You'll need to overcome different obstacles to get a tasty mushroom and bring it into your house. Be aware of lasers. Be quick and smart. Hedgehog. Various locations, 2 levels of difficulty. No. Oh. 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 Those physics, man. What was that? The thing is, the character seems to have okay physics. There's a bit of like, there's some gravity. Bam, bam. It did say Clip Art Productions, Clip Art Technology. Also, Clip Art Technology presents. But like, what is? I just gotta see this again and cry a little. Look at this. Nope. Nope, sorry, you get a 6 out of 100 because I don't know what the fuck's going on. And it feels very shovelware. This feels such like, hang on, let's find out. 2 Greenlight items. It got greenlit. Chat. Bunny and Piggy got greenlit. Let's see. It's $1. It's $1. So it's shovelware. It's shovelware in the fine. This is a perfect example of. Hang on. Can we? I think it's Russian. Oh my fucking! How did this get upvoted? Positive 13 reviews. Okay, let's see how many of these are paid. Didn't bother playing it, so don't trust this review. 12.5 hours on record? What? Bunny and Piggy is a tough platformer. However, its difficulty doesn't come from when designers thought it would. Perhaps the hardest thing about this game is to listen to the in-game music. Unfortunately, this game suffers from restarting the music whenever you restart the level, which in a tough platformer, this could be as often as every 5 seconds. Absolutely vacuous. So, what does Bunny and Piggy represent to me? Failure, bad life choice. Okay, so these are troll reviews. These are people just, this is the hardest game ever, upvoted. Yeah, I'm sure. Anyway, we found some good old-fashioned shovelware. Let's not allow this to exist, chat. This is a fuck no. This needs to die. So, no thank you, my friends, and we're moving on. English, German, Russian. Okay, this I'm excited about. Are you guys excited? He opened it, got the cards, and then sold them for profit, guaranteed. It's so weird that you can do that on Steam. All right, here we go. Return of Rusty Iron? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. This patch really made Andromeda look good. Oh my god. More than 5 different levels, open spaces, and narrow corridors. That's a feature, chat. What the fuck? You have 10... oh, 11. There's 11 features. One of those features, amongst various weapons, dozens of enemies, is open spaces and narrow corridors. Hurricane gameplay, randomly generated tasks, flying with the help of wings, slow motion. Wow. The gameplay looked terrible. The fact that a lot of times the character was like running, and like this was him running forward, but this was him running backwards. That's not a good sign, chat. If if this is your running animation, this should not be your backwards running animation. It shouldn't. Like he was running on a treadmill in all directions, and the gun didn't actually shoot from the gun. It shot from the center of the chest. What is Hurricane gameplay? I don't fucking. Who even knows? No. Some of the lighting, the only thing I like about this game is some of the lighting. Some of the lighting was like, okay. Even though a lot of it didn't really look like it belonged. Like, look at that run. That right there is what kills me right here, chat. This, no. You can't launch a game like that. I don't care if your game, you know, you can't launch a game in 2017 where that's how you back. No, sorry. There's plenty of other stuff to dislike about this game, but that backwards running is like your game isn't ready. It's nowhere near fucking ready. The action looked terrible. The moonwalking, the bad like animations, the terrible like a mocap or whatever the fuck that was. It looked like they just mocapped someone who doesn't actually run or something. I can't even tell. It was weird because the running animation was simultaneously realistic and horrible. And it leads me to believe that like, hang on, I gotta see this again. There's something creepy and like almost too real about how the running is. You know what I mean? Like the perfect straight back, like, but it usually when, yeah, it's uncanny. Usually when I criticize an animation, I criticize it because it's not realistic. It doesn't flow. This is the opposite end of that, where it's strangely realistic, but in a really bad way. And I never thought a run animation could be in the uncanny valley, but there it is. Oh, and the jump animation is just a lift off, and like the flying animation where you snap into the, no, this is awful. This looks extremely weird, and royalty-free music doesn't help it. It is interesting, and I would buy it for $5. Daniel, cool gangster. cool gangster. No, fuck no. That's, I'm gonna give that a 10. 10 out of 100. Okay. Let's move on to Wisdom of War. Oh, this looks so fucking bad. Already, this looks so bad. No sound. Oh my god, this is so fucking trash. What were you thinking? No, I can't even watch this. Look at this animation. Except it's not. It's... Oh my god. Are you serious? 7 pages. 7 pages of reviews. All in Chinese. All just saying upvote. Look, it's the same thing. Like, not all of them are the same, but like this one... This one, I need to know what this says. Oh, I don't, do I risk that? Anyway, it probably says upvoted or good game or something like that. Racist? Fuck you. It's not, it's Chinese. That's how is me saying all comments all in Chinese? How is that racist? They're all the same. Even though I can't speak Chinese, it's hundreds, well not hundreds, it's dozens of accounts saying the exact same thing. You know what that means? That means paid reviews. You know what that means? That means Chinese shovelware. Just like the Russian shovelware. Just like the American shovelware we fucking crawl through all day. This is a 0. This is embarrassing. You're embarrassing yourself and the indie games industry. What else have you made? 2 Greenlight items. Power of Love got greenlit. Let's see this. This is actually this is a clever idea. This is a pretty clever idea. Why would you go from making something like this that actually looks playable? Like, I can see the characters, they mirror each other's movements. And that's kind of a smart idea for a puzzle. It's a puzzle game in the style of Adventures of Lolo. Well, that's the end. That's actually okay. It's okay. It's you know, it's worth $1. How much was that game? $5.49. Ooh, no. More like $2. But still, this is dog shit, and you get a no. We're moving on. I'm not even gonna read the description. I'm just no. Let's give that a 12. No, not even. There was like nothing. There was no music. There was nothing. Let's give it a 3. Okay. What else we got? Weira and Taxa, The Secret of Gravity. This actually looks kind of cool. How do people have the balls to release such utter fucking trash onto a peer review site? It's just money, Pizza-tastic. They don't... none of it matters... Oh, that means support? Oh, okay. So it's people just saying support. Stand by as in support them. So that's what it means? Okay. So it's like, we support you. It's not... the people who release multiple Greenlight items, it's because they know how to beat the system. And Steam is shutting that shit down. Steam knows that there's companies that are just like... abusing their system to have games on Greenlight. I don't know why, because there's no way they're making money. There's no way they're making like any amount of money that is even close to being worth the cost to put it on Greenlight. So I don't know what's going on, but there's a reason Greenlight is shutting down. It's for shit like that. Can I ask why the extremely low quality, like Sparta sounding fucking like war music with whatever the shit this is? Okay, I can't watch any more of that. This is awful. One of the big issues I have with this game right off the bat is that it's pure trial and error, and I fucking hate trial and error games. I hate games where it's like you only see this much of the screen, and you have to literally make leaps of faith into the void to find out what's there, and then the next time you come, you have to remember that was there, and then you have to like calculate your jump a little different. I hate games like that. It's the most infuriating form of artificial difficulty, and it's just not good game design. I understand there's some games that are made that way. I Want to Be the Guy would be an example, but see, somehow that's different. I don't know, but this is awful. This is another example of a game that visually at a glance is kind of cute. The art is neat, the 3D models are neat, just the whole like universe is kind of like Little Big Planet-y. But the frame rate, the gameplay, the skipping kind of shitty, like one frame awkward animations, like the whole game feels so poorly animated and embarrassing. No. No. The Master of Gravity is a powerful being who submits the worlds that he finds in his travels through the galaxy. Now it is Nun's turn, a peaceful planet where he has begun to alter gravity and control some of the creatures. That is how the chunky Wira and the agile Taxa, though most famous explorers from I can't read this. This isn't even in English. Like, well, it's in English, but what is must make an epic journey through a world where the gravity has been altered and also passing various obstacles and traps. Their objective: reach the Master of Gravity's ship and defeat him to save Nun.